Hello everyone, welcome back to Butschern. And let's see here, we're sitting here on field 10. Last episode we finished up our wheat harvest. Our chickens are starving. So we are going to go feed our chickens. I think top of the priority right now is uh, let's get our chickens fed. I think that'll be a good idea. And then I'm thinking we're going to head back to this field and do some baling. I think we should get our windrows bailed up. Am I going the right direction? I am indeed. So I think we should get our windrows bailed up, and I'm thinking instead of selling anything straight away, I think we'll feed our chickens. I think we'll silo up our um, remaining wheat, and then probably oh, where's our chickens? Our chickens is over there. That's right. Oh, goody, goody, more backing up. And I think with our straw bales, I think we'll get those baled up and brought over to our bale storage facility and get those, yeah, and get those stored away for a rainy day. We're going to need them for, oh man, I'm so bad at backing up. We're going to need them for doing some TMR. Probably need them for some bedding for our cows. Why in the world do I pick the one farm that I need to, um, I could have I suppose I could have gone straight in. I know I'm hitting something. I know. But I think we're going to need bales for bedding. I think we're going to need bales for TMR. Um, so I think it'd probably be a good idea just to do that. Do a little concentrating here. I'm going to hit that tree. Oh my goodness. I don't know why. Um, I have never. Yeah, come on. You can do it. Oh, come on. I know you're not that stuck. I have never been good at backing up trailers. And I mean that to be, completely honest. Oh, I see what the problem is. Okay. That is going to be a bit of a problem, isn't it? Yeah, you are going to be a bit of a problem. Come on, get out of there, baby. There you go. I know you can do it. There you go. And I think after we're done baling, we're probably going to need to, if I don't spend this whole episode backing up a trailer, we're probably going to do some plowing. All right, let's move forward here a little bit. There we go. And let's get our chickens fed. They'll be pleased. Let's take a look at our animals actually here real quick. See what we have. So, yeah, our chickens are going to be much happier now that they have something to eat. Our cows' health is pretty low, but we did just feed them this morning. So I'm not particularly thinking they're going to be feeling too great yet. And let's go dump the rest of this in the silo, and we will pick up our baler. Let's go do some baling here. Now, after baling, I think I mentioned we should probably, that field does need plowing. It's need plow state, so we're probably going to have to do some plowing. I am not particularly thrilled about the plow that we have. It's a very small, man. Wow. There we go. Maybe if I look what I'm doing. It's a small moldboard plow, and I'm not really thrilled. Let's go take a quick peek at it here while we're unloading. So this is our plow. I think it's a 2.5 meter plow. I was looking at plows and I was thinking, what we don't have tractors with super high horsepower. So I was kind of thinking we're not going to be able to like get something huge, but then I was looking and I came across this, I think it's an Alice Chalmers. Did I pass it? I must have passed it. Let's see here. There it is, right there. Yeah, pretty inexpensive, 39.50. It only takes 120 horsepower, so either one of our tractors will certainly pull this plow. It's 5 meters instead of what we own this one, I think, instead of the 2.5, so it's twice the width. Some people call it a shank, I call it a plow. But yeah, I actually think that would probably do a pretty good job for us, to be honest. Um, but maybe we'll try to give this thing a try, see how it goes. Not super excited about it, but what are you gonna do? All right, let's get, what do we need here? We need our baler. So I'm thinking what we can do is, what do we have on here? We have bale spikes, actually. This might work out pretty good. Let's hook up to our baler here with our Massey. And that is not our baler. Oh, today is not my day. Even my voice is going. I'll tell you what, I was so tired today. All day at work, I was just exhausted. And I don't know if it's the heat or what's going on, but I mean, I was sometimes, my job, sometimes I get a little bit mentally drained, which I totally get, but I'll tell you, today was physical, and it took everything I had to just step up out of my desk and get to walking and working. Um, I don't know. It's been hot over here. I don't know about where you all live, but where I'm at, we've had a hot summer. I think a lot of places have had a hot summer this year. I don't think I'm talking about anything that anybody else hasn't experienced so far this year. It's been brutal, and some parts of the country have certainly had it much worse than I have or we have here. What size do we want to do this? We're doing, yeah, let's just do the biggest, I guess the biggest bales we can, I think is fair enough. So we'll do 180s. I'm going to turn on auto drop. And I do have um, the round baler extension mod. Not sure if you're all familiar with that, but basically what it does is it kind of automatically slows down and stops the tractor when the baler is full instead of having to do the whole slow down till it's 100% and back up a little bit routine. I was so thankful when that round baler extension mod came out. It was just like, oh, thank goodness, because I am no fan of I actually prefer square bales. I prefer square baling over round. They don't roll, for one, and you can do bigger bales with square, but we're going to use what we have and take advantage of what we've been given, and yeah, do some round baling. So I'm thinking with what we have going, we've got 2 more fields of wheat that we need to do, that we need to harvest. We've got this field that needs plowing. We do need to remember to purchase information, our precision farming information for this field, so that we get so we have that going for us. What do you guys think about precision farming? I wasn't sure how I'd feel about it. I didn't play a lot, or I played very little of FS19, so I really didn't do much or anything with precision farming until 22. And I wasn't really particularly sure, if I'd enjoy it or not, but I've really grown to like it quite a bit. And honestly, um, the fact is, it saves you a lot of money, especially with fertilizing and well, actually with everything. So I think it's definitely something, if you haven't tried it out, I would encourage you to. You can easily just, if you don't like it, turn it off. It's a mod like any other mod. You can turn it off, kill it, and move on with what you're used to, the normal farming. I'm actually considering on the next map not doing precision farming, because I was just thinking the other day that I kind of miss doing the old, you know, two double fertilizing stage and all that fun stuff, but we'll see how that goes. So the only downside with the round bale extension is once it detects that the baler is at a certain percentage, it slows it down. And what I've noticed is you have to, it slows your tractor down because it slows everything down. So you're like crawling at what, like 5 or 6 miles an hour or something. And if you're looking for scraps to bale up, it's not real fun driving around the field at that speed. So I just turn the baler off, and that way it disables, that round bale extension deal, and lets you speed up a bit and get the job done. But yeah, I've always enjoyed field work. I think I've always enjoyed. I think mostly, I don't know. I think my favorite thing in farm sim is probably grass work, and I think if I had the choice, I would probably be a a grass farmer. To be honest with you, I really do enjoy everything that goes along with grass work, and it's very lucrative in the game too. I know on Elm Creek, when I was finishing up my playthrough on Elm Creek, I seeded every field I had. I seeded with grass, and just went to town with making silage bales. And I'll tell you what, you can make a lot of money really quickly with silage bales, no doubt. It's a it's a good way to go in the game if you're looking to make some quick cash. And I know that there is I know that with grass too, as far as seasons go, if you're playing seasons, grass is a little bit more season friendly too. You can plant and mow and do grass work a lot more in a lot many more months than you can other crops. So that kind of makes it kind of nice too. So I'm looking forward to. I noticed been watching information on the Platinum expansion pack, and at first I was a little bit because I honestly don't do a lot of logging in the game. I just don't really enjoy that experience as much as I do um, doing field work. But I think I think it might get a little bit more interesting with that platinum expansion. I think that Volvo equipment's going to be pretty cool. Um, Based on what I've seen uh, from some previews, it looks kind of like Giants has done some work too on the physics with the logs. Now, I remember when logging was first introduced um, into the game, and it, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little rough. It was a little rough. Logs were a bit jumpy, and if you tried, I mean, even a single log was jumpy, but heaven forbid you grab, 3 or 4 logs at one time, and we're talking just bouncing around and pretty much um, unusable. You couldn't do anything with it. But I was seeing with that new Volvo machine they have, that big claw they have on that thing, and they were grabbing what, 6, 8 logs, and those things were behaving. Now, I don't know if it's changes that they've made across the board with the logs, or if it's something they've done with the actual piece of machinery, or what. It was impressive. And to be honest with you, I'll definitely get the platinum expansion. There's no question I'll get the platinum expansion, but if I find that logging has become, quite a bit better that way, and I'll probably do more logging. I mean, the equipment's cool. You can't deny that. The equipment is sweet. I love those. Oh, I don't even know what they're called. Let's take a look at something here. If I wanted to run something in real life, I think that this thing would be epic. These things here. Is it this guy? Yeah, is it this guy? Yeah, with the old swivel head on the end. These things are bad, bad to the bone. I think these things would be a blast to uh, to run in real life. And the limited amount of logging I've done in the game, actually, I think in 15, I think I did a decent amount of logging. That was just by far, my favorite equipment to run for sure. Something very satisfying about watching that log get cut and then having it delimb the log as it slides through that cutter. That's pretty sweet. And that new John Deere, I think it is, that they showed off, that can do 2 trees at a time, and excuse me, that thing looks pretty amazing as well. I think there's enough with the platinum pack to definitely make it worthwhile getting. And see, here's an example of how it slows it down to 5 miles an hour when it detects it at that 92%. That's the only kind of bummer part about it. There's a mod that I've been looking for, and I cannot wait for it to come out. I wish it would, and I haven't found it. But it allows you to manually turn off the bale wrapper on balers. The combo balers that have wrappers on them. It allows you to turn off the wrapper. I've been looking for that mod since day one because I like to have an option where even if I like some of the balers that have wrappers, but I want to be able to have the option to bale grass without wrapping it. And the ones in the game, unfortunately, you don't have a choice. If you're gonna bale grass, it's gonna wrap. So I'm kind of hoping that mod does make its way out again. It's been in. I know it was in. I'm almost certain it was in 15. I know it was in 17. I guess I don't know if it was in 19. I guess maybe I should look and see if it was in 19. But yeah, there's a lot of equipment I haven't used yet that I'm still looking to try to get my hands on and use. Like I mentioned, there's all that forestry equipment that looks like it could prove to be better this year. I still haven't really used those Anderson bale wrappers, the ones that make the bale tubes. I've played around with them on a test map, but I haven't used them in an actual gameplay map. So I kind of want to do that. Um, but yeah, definitely. Overall, I think I don't know. What do you guys think about 22? To me, I can only really compare it strongly to 17, and to me, it's come a long ways since 17 even. And I know that there was some talk. That's actually, you got to admit, Giants does. I mean, okay, here's the deal. So I remember I think it was on FS 15, when I was really getting into, that was my first PC version of Farming Simulator, and I was really getting into mods. And at least the people I used to watch play and stuff like that, they would talk a lot about like, oh, don't bother with Giants equipment and base game stuff. Mods are so much better. I don't I don't get that. I never have really gotten that. I mean, I'm not saying that there aren't mods out there that are amazingly good and are better than some stuff that Giants does. But if you got to give credit where credit's due, right? I mean, Giants. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, the thing looks amazing. I don't know how you can do better. Now, I understand. I mean, even the dirt textures, everything about it. Now, I understand what they're saying sometimes about like extra features, like some modders have a tendency to give you more variety, more wheel selections, tire selections, more colors, things like that. And that's all understandable because Giants is limited to what their agreement is with the manufacturer. John Deere doesn't want Giants to put out a John Deere tractor that you can paint Massey Ferguson red. Um, and and all these manufacturers want their equipment presented in its best light. And that's why we're not going to see, like I've heard people say, man, why doesn't Giants show like their tractors blowing coal, big black clouds out of them and stuff. And look, these manufacturers, a couple things. These manufacturers, first of all, aren't going to let Giants do that because that screams pollution, right? At least to some people, it's going to be a big problem. Personally, I think it's amazing. But all of these manufacturers, especially the vehicle manufacturers, the tractor manufacturers, they're all going for cleaner emissions, better fuel economy, and all that has to be represented. And you're kidding yourself if you don't think they want all that stuff represented that way in the game. They want their tractors represented the best they can be, and if possible, better than the other brands. So that's an advantage I think modders have is they don't have to answer. They don't have to answer to John Deere and Massey and McCormick and Valtra and all that stuff. They can make their tractors any way they want to and make them as cool as they see fit. If they think it's nice to have coal blowing out of the stacks, that's what they can do. So I'm certainly not saying that modders don't do sometimes better work than Giants, but you have to kind of define better. I think was the word that was kind of bothering me a little bit, was like better. Not so sure better is the word. Maybe for some people, so I'm trying to push that back a little bit, but that's probably not going to happen. Maybe for some people it is better, but I think if you look at the modeling of Giants' work, it's kind of hard to beat. I mean, this is impressive stuff, and it's come a long, long, long ways. I mean, I can still remember on the Xbox 360 version, which is basically what, FS13. It wasn't even in the same ballpark as this. and I thought it was amazing. I mean, it wasn't even close to this. How good this is. And I know that there's a lot of things people want. There's a lot of things I want in the game. And I know that there's things that aren't perfect in the game and we want to see different in the game. But man, from what I understand, based on what Giants is 100 people and based on the amount of, workforce they have, plus all the things that as far as they've improved the game and stuff, it's at the end of the day, I'm pretty darn happy with where the game is at, and how far they have come. It's impressive, very impressive. And I find a lot of people that play. Oh, I have a lot of people that don't play Farm Sim. It's an easy game to be made fun of. What game do you play? And they're expecting me to say like, oh, I play. I've always played World of Warcraft and kind of the obvious ones, World of Warcraft, and I play all the AAA titles or whatever and stuff. And here's me, I'm like, no, I play Farm Sim. And, people will laugh at you and stuff until you inform them that Farming Simulator is regularly one of the top selling games on Steam, along with American Truck Sim and Euro Truck Sim, which I also play. I haven't picked those up in quite a while. I need to do that because I think a lot of people that play Farming Simulator, well, I think just simulator games in general, um, you'll see a lot of people that play Farm Sim, American Truck and Euro Truck Simulator. Um, and talk about another game that has come a long ways from SCS software is American Truck and Euro Truck. The last time I picked that up was, I want to say about 6 months ago. I did a quick drive around just to look at it because there'd been some additions to it that I wanted to check out, and wow, that's another game that's it's really progressed a long ways. So I don't think we're going to be able to finish a bale here. In fact, no, we're not going to be able to do that, which is fine. We've got a few bales out of this thing, and we'll certainly need it for the other 2 fields of wheat that we have yet to harvest. So pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead and shut her off and lift up our pickup bar. So yeah, not bad. So we've got a few bales of hay that we need to deal with. I have no idea what we've been given for. Have we been given anything for that? I don't know that we actually have been given anything for picking up our bales. It doesn't really look like it. Yeah, I'd say no. I think we're either going to have to buy a trailer to pick up our bales, because I certainly do not I certainly do not want to be driving one bale at a time back to the farm. So unless I am missing something, I don't see anything to pick up our bales. So we're going to have to figure that. We're going to have to figure that out for sure. All right, so we are, take a quick peek here at our PDA. So we have field 6 and 1 that need to be harvested of the wheat. We just finished field 10 with our baling. I think it needs plowing. Let's just double check that because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's gonna need. They all need plowing after we harvest that stuff up. So yeah, we're gonna have to come back and do some plowing on this field. Let's head back to the farm with our baler and poke around there for a second. Just take a quick look at what we have. If I'm missing something as far as what we can use to oh, there goes that sign. Man, I'll tell you, my driving, I promise I am usually not this bad with the driving skills, but today I'm just not in it. I'm just not in it. All right, honey, I'm home. All right, so we've got Let's see. We could probably just leave. Actually, you know what? We can. Let's just pull in here. We'll use one of our bunker silos here to just pull in. Park here for a second. Very nice work. Oh, here's something else I was gonna show you guys real quick too. So, actually, I don't know if I have it enabled or not. I don't think I do. Oh, I do have it enabled. So as you can see, as I change implements, you can look down there on the right-hand side where the wrench is for your repairs. And that I forget what the name of that mod is, but it shows what condition each individual implement is instead of just your tractor. And I'll tell you another thing I do generally. So after we're done with a job, I'll usually go up to the implement that I was using, whether it be a baler or harvester or whatever, and I just do the repairs right there on the spot and just get it done and ready for the next time and just keep things up to date so we can repair the tractor. It doesn't look like that needs any repairs, and we'll go ahead and just repair our front loader arm too. So all that, that way I know I'm not caught off guard. Because I'll tell you, if you let things go out of repair too much, it does affect your yield and it can affect other things in the game. So it's good to keep that repair stuff up to date. We definitely do not have anything to haul these bales around. Interesting. Hmm. All right. Well, we'll have to figure out something to get our bales from point A to point B. Probably gonna have to buy something. Not a big deal. We can probably take a look at a few mods. Actually, if we take a look here right now, things are on sale just in case. Nothing for us. Nope. And I do think I also have the used vehicle um, sale mod installed as well, where it kind of lets you um, tailor the used vehicle selection day to day a little bit nicer. So you can have it so that instead of just like 5 things, you can have 10 or 15 used vehicles and implements. You can set the highest percentage discount that's allowed. I think for this map, I was actually going to set things pretty kind of low because we are in a small town, obviously, and I kind of doubt there's going to be, 15 tractors, used tractors, and all that nonsense. For a town this size, I just don't think would be too realistic. Well, I think we could. I think we could do a little plowing, but I think we probably are near that time when we are done for this episode. I kind of figured we might get a little bit more done, but that's all right. It's been fun. I've really enjoyed the baling part of it. I think on the next episode, we'll pick up where we left off here with that guy right there. Yep, the mold board plow. My nemesis. We'll see how that goes. I mean, these fields aren't huge, so maybe this won't be as painful. It certainly sometimes can be a little bit, I don't know, meditative. Probably not for watching as much as it is for playing on my end, but if it's painful, we'll just sell this puppy. In fact, you know what? What can we get for it? Yeah, 13.8. Okay. If we paint it, we get a little bit more, but so roughly 14,000 if we sell it. And that Alice Chalmers was like 4 grand. So, we could actually make a little bit of money selling that thing and picking up this Alice Chalmers plow. The only thing I don't like about this plow, I haven't tried it actually, so I'm not even sure how well it works. I'm going to assume it does the job, but it doesn't fold, so driving down the road is going to be a little interesting with a 5 meter plow trailered behind a tractor. Traffic might not appreciate that so much, but I was watching this one farmer. He's based out of New York State here in the States, and he was driving his combine. He has a John Deere combine. I forget which model it is. It's not one of the biggest ones, but it's a decent size. And I think the header, in fact, I would say the header on it is probably probably 7.5 meters, maybe a 6 meter. So not, obviously for us in the game, that's like, ooh, 6 meter header. That's small. I think it might have been a 6 meter, maybe a 7 meter, maybe even an eight. What is it? Roughly, what, 6 meter is roughly what, 18 feet, 20 feet? Anyways, he's driving down the road, and he normally trailers that header, but he was having problems with the trailer. So, and he needed to get to the next field, do some more harvesting. And he's just driving down the road with that header, just taking up the entire distance of the, and not just the distance with, not even just the width of the road, but he was dodging mailboxes. Um, yeah, it was pretty entertaining to see, and then watching the looks on people's faces driving towards him. And you could tell they were like, I don't know how this is gonna go, but I'm not gonna win. So yeah, it was fun to watch. And I don't know, I watch European farmers and I watch American farmers, and it is really interesting to see the differences between the two. But it's good to see, and all of these farmers, it's good to see that they all love the land, they all care about the land. They don't abuse the land. It's I don't know why farmers got from some people got a bad rap. Because every farmer I watch and I've ever talked to or known or anything, um, they do everything they can to protect the land and to be as gentle on the land as possible. Because obviously it works out best in their favor. They get better yields, that way and stuff. So, anyways, before I go on a soapbox and a rant and everything, I appreciate you guys putting up with me. I really appreciate you putting up with my horrible reverse driving. I have no idea. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. But I appreciate you stopping in and watching. And next time on Butschern, we will certainly grab that plow and give it a go and see how that goes. We got a neighbor who wants to help us, so maybe we'll send Tommy off on the job on field 6, and maybe we'll either let him do some plowing or let him do some harvesting. One way or the other, we probably need to have somebody help us out a little bit to move forward here. But thanks again, everyone, for watching. I appreciate it. You guys take care of yourselves. God bless, and I will see you next time here on Butcher.